So Mike, as you know, my camera wasn't working for the trip, and it was one that was really eminently filmable. So the second best thing is if you could recount some of the highlights, perhaps, of...
highlights is a very misleading term.
Yes, I apologize.
How about if I recount a string of nadirs, if such a thing is actually possible?
Okay, the nadir lights.
Let's see. It could be the string of... It could be the morning that we got up at 6 a.m. and realized this is the last time we were going to sleep this late for several days.
Was it that late?
Yes, that was among the first days. We had like 3 5 a.m. days and one 4:20. You remember the 4:20 meeting?
I could hardly forget it.
It could be the microtel where each client staying in a room is treated much like an iceberg lettuce that's being warehoused in an all-fluorescent factory. It could be the trip where we found ourselves driving at 4:30 in the morning through country that even cows wouldn't get up to take a look at.
That's right.
Where we're listening to the only station we could get, Dave, which was all polka.
All polka, all the time. Right.
So,
well, they did make a reference to the fact that it was National Toilet Repair Awareness Week or something.
I know.
Or month.
And that just added to it. National Toilet Repair Awareness Month. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was actually taken with the blood-stained sheets at the Best Western.
I didn't get a chance to enjoy those, and you never made clear whether that was fresh blood or I don't know what's worse. Fresh blood indicating the sheets have possibly been laundered recently, or old blood indicating that the sheets have been there acquiring grime for God knows how long.
You know, I really didn't want to check that closely.
No.
Ignorance was bliss.
Yeah, I'm used to flipping the mattress in hotels, but rarely do you want to flip the actual sheets.
Yes. Well, as you know, the purpose of this video is to expose the less glamorous side of the Capitol Steps life, because people have the wrong impression. Do you recall our destinations on this particular trip?
I believe I'm going to confuse them with our last couple of glamorous trips, I'm sure, but I know that
Michigan was involved.
I know that in the last few weeks we have been to the likes of Sturgis, Houghton, Tecumseh, Michigan, all of them enormous, bustling, cosmopolitan areas featuring things like cows. We've been to Cary, North Carolina, a place that lives and breathes strongly in the memory of anyone who lives within 1 mile of there, period. And those are just some of the ones I can actually remember.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch more that aren't even memorable enough for this sad list.
It is. Yeah. And already the aggravation and the exhaustion has wiped out some of the worser details in my mind of that last trip, but it was a bad one.
And not even to mention, it wasn't even on this trip that they actually sent us to a God-forbidden location that we didn't even need to be at for 2 days.
That's right,
where
I forgot about that.
We were forced to squat in a hideous Hampton Inn-ish sort of thing in Louisville. That when I think when I asked her what the amenities were, she went, amenities? Well, we need your credit card for the amenities, like if you smoke in your room and we have to charge you a lot, that's an amenity. If you steal the sheets and we have to charge you for that, that's an amenity.
Yeah.
If you break the windows, we have to charge you for that, that's an amenity.
So they're all criminal penalties, really.
Yeah, so amenity is confused somehow with misdemeanor.
Well, it was a microtel.
It was.
This is what we expect.
And oddly enough, the people working at the microtel had microintelligence.
Well, you know, we'll have to actually write a prose account of this, because as I said, it's impossible to videotape. It'll be in the accompanying coffee table book.
And I have to say that I'm not yet out of the throes of it. So I'm sort of still suffering from the Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
I'm just so grateful to be home.
Well, we got home yesterday, and today we're at a lunch at the Wardman Park, and you have another gig to go to, right?
Yeah, but fortunately it's only on the Eastern Shore.
Yeah, well, there's that. And then you leave tomorrow?
I leave tomorrow to fly to somewhere in New Jersey. I don't know, Perfidia, New Jersey, whatever it's called. Parsippany, Parsnips.
Uh-oh.
Is it?
We've offended a native.
We're going to Paramus.
Well, see, I know if you're from Parsippany, then already it means it's too nice for us to be going there. So we're going to a place called Paramus.
Well, if it was that nice, she'd still be there.
Any town that is designated to fit well into a limerick that ends with anus, you don't want to go to. Well, I said to my good old friend Seamus, I'm heading to New Jersey, Paramus.
How's the rest of it
He
go?
said with a kick and took a big stick and shoved it right up my anus. I don't know. It wasn't a very good limerick, but you don't really need a very good one for New Jersey.
It's New Jersey. Well, Mike, I'm very grateful. Thank you for filling in the blanks.
I'm sorry, when I'm awake, I'll remember more of the horror.
Well, I'm sure I'll revisit you at some point, especially after this season is over.
All right, yes.
Thank you, sir.